welcome to the New Normal with Steve Benaquist. Welcoming you to the New Normal. I'm New Normal, and this is the Steve Benaquist. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I have these last few episodes, I will, coming up, talk about an episode of Little House on the Prairie that I recently watched. But before we get to that, the vegetables, the liver and onions of this meal of a show will be something less pleasant. We'll talk about COVID-19 and Thanksgiving and holiday travel in general. Right after this is when we'll get to it. And we're back on the New Normal with Steve Benaquist. Well, COVID-19 cases are climbing, and so are Americans onto airplanes to see their loved ones and eat a bunch of turkey and shout and drink alcohol and lose their inhibitions and hug each other and pass more disease around. So, the headlines about the cases climbing are only going to be worse in a couple of weeks, but people will probably still do it again at Christmas, and this show will be kind of an evergreen, at least for a couple of months. According to CNN, since December, the virus has spread to nearly every continent, and case numbers continue to rise. Nearly every continent. What cautious phrasing. I wonder which continent doesn't have it. Could it be North America? No. Could it be South America? No. Asia? No. Europe? Africa? The Australias? If you bring COVID to Antarctica, you are an asshole. There's only like 200 people there. It's like research stations, and you could point to the person. You would know instantly who brought it. As you look with your accusatory eyes over the tube down your throat, you say, and Jerry would know exactly that you were talking to him, and he'd be like, sorry, dude, I just had to, I was in Havasu partying, and I got drunk and licked a pangolin, and then I had to come down here and do some research in the Antarctic, because I'm a scientist, and, suck it up. President's immune to it, so you're good too, bro. And scene, that's my character Jerry, the hard-partying Antarctic scientist. So that's not great. I see that it's spreading in the highest rate of cases is in Czech Republic, Armenia, Belgium. So my thoughts go out to you. I'm sorry, friends. Everyone, you Americans, my friends, I'd like to be eating turkey with my friends at Thanksgiving, but and in fact, we're going to have a very special substitution show tomorrow. It is not going to be a new normal, but it's going to hark back. If you look at my YouTube channel, there's some videos of me and my online family. I mean my family celebrating Thanksgiving. We're going to have a dinner by Zoom this year. An awesome reunion with Rick Overton and Sue Peel and Christy Keefe, and we'll see. But I get off track. That's it for my thoughts on COVID right now. Just stay home. Just wear a mask. Or stuff turkey into all your facial orifices if you get close to anyone, okay? If you need to shout at someone face to face, if you need to make out, just quarantine first. And that's it. We'll be right back with my thoughts on Little House on the Prairie. A very special episode. And we're back. So, normally I watch these old TV shows as I have all year long to escape the unpleasantness, but Little House on the Prairie is kind of a special show. They talk about real stuff sometimes. It was sort of a thing in 70s television. Norman Lear will show you a thing or two about that. And I saw an episode the other night where an outbreak of typhus occurs. Typhoid fever right there in the little community of Walnut Grove, Minnesota. And they don't have vaccines yet, and all they have is their small-town doctor, played, as I mentioned, by Kevin Hagen, son of two professional ballroom dancers, professional ballroom dancers, not amateurs, Lucille Marvel Doherty, Marvel Lucille. There's doubt about which gender is who, and the other is Hagen Olaf Hagen. You don't know which one is the mom and which is the dad. I digress. There's an outbreak And they knew how to deal with outbreaks. You isolate. Charles Ingalls, played by Michael Landon, gets exposed and has to isolate himself and go hang out with the doctor and help him deal with the cases. And he doesn't get to see his wife and kids for a couple of weeks. And he's burying the dead. The Reverend helps too. And they beat it. It goes away, but only after death and suffering. And it's very moving. But anyway, even TV knows sometimes you got to deal with reality. And I'm going to go escape and not deal with reality. Have a great Thanksgiving. Please enjoy the Steve Benaquist Thanksgiving video tomorrow. And that's it. Till next time, I'm Steve Benaquist reminding you that if it ain't new, it ain't normal.